This is going to be Gundrak as a protection paladin. I had my pick of several characters here because this dungeon went basically exactly the same for everybody who went through it. So this is the one I've chosen. I saw a beacon of light go onto me, so paladin, healer, warrior, hunter, and shadow priest. Somebody's health is low, so I'll help them out. Alright. So having just done some practice runs on non-tank characters, I sort of watched for, like, problems that other people experienced so that I could deal with them. I see a lot of people going in way too confident in this room and pulling, like, all three groups of those snakes right here and dying from it. So I'm going to take them 3 at a time. Because they hit a little harder than people seem to be ready for often here. Something I often see a lot of players doing in this room right here is trying to kill all the little snakes. I've never actually figured out the purpose of that. One theory I have is that they interfere with targeting a little bit because extra snakes are going to come in during the boss encounter that's just up to the right here. And I do have to target them from a distance and deal with them. They don't pull from, like, the pool of little snakes that are in here as far as I can tell. They're their own thing that come from elsewhere. But yeah, only thing I can understand is just that the little snakes here can get in the way of targeting. But they don't seem to be a threat in any real way other than that. This paladin's healing style is to just sit there and cast Flash of Light over and over on me. It's fine, we can do that. It's certainly viable at this level, but... Wait, no, that was Holy Light. Okay, I can hear the difference. Just wondering if there's been a single Holy Shock on me yet, or Light of Dawn or whatever it's called. Paladins have a few different healing buttons, it's not just Holy Light and Flash of Light. Alright, yeah, so Sladron summons extra snakes. He also does this thing called Poison Nova, Venom Nova, something that you don't really want to stand in if you can avoid it, and usually you can. Okay, Sladron Constrictor. Constrictor... A bunch are coming over here. Those do a thing where they, like, wrap around people and stop them from moving. There's Poison Nova. Okay, I didn't make much attempt to get out of it. It's fine. On normal, it's not a big deal. I hear it's nasty on heroic, though. Okay, my health is down a bit, so is everybody else who took it, so okay. That'll chip away at, like, half your health bar. Yeah, Poison Nova's worth getting out of. Okay, so Snake Wrap. I guess that's what it's like to be Snake Wrapped. It can be targeted. Doesn't really look like anything. I guess that's supposed to be a bunch of snakes around me, but it didn't look too great. Gear icon went away. Did somebody already deal with that thing? I guess they did. Must have happened when I wasn't looking. You gotta click the things to open up the way to the end of this dungeon. This one's structured weirdly. It looks like it's meant to be gone through in a different order than everybody in the Dungeon Finder always goes through it. Because there's a very consistent route here that literally everybody I've seen has followed exactly. There are some side paths that just never get taken. Oh right, this is also a scavenger hunt dungeon. We're looking for Drakari history tablets throughout the course of this. 5 each, I think, 6 each. So gotta find 30 total. As long as somebody in the party gets each one, we won't have a shortage. If everybody skips too many of them, then that might be different. So right, looks like we had 2 groups there. I used Guardian of Ancient Kings, which transforms me into this winged thingy for a little while and reduces my damage. Just in case it's needed. Because I know what Holy Paladin throughput is like. It's honestly not great, at least at this level. It's okay, but, you know, certainly no Mistweaver Holy Priest. Hey, there was a holy shock. I heard that. Okay, she found her holy shock button. She's probably been using it on me this whole time. I just didn't notice till now. Usually there's a... Is it a Drakari history tablet? Yeah, over there on the right. I don't think it spawned this time, or maybe somebody already got it. So yeah, slightly randomized spawn positions for those. Living Mojo leaves a pool of purple on the ground that's really hard to see because these Drakari golems are always, like, covering up the whole place. So it's easy to stand in that and not realize it, because you can't really see it unless you're looking specifically and angle your camera well. Mojo wave. Yeah, getting hurt a bit. Okay, there's the purple. I'm just at the edge of it. Okay, I pulled a little more aggressively than I absolutely had to there, and her mana bar is down 1/3. It's fine, though. Again, I don't think she's being very mana efficient, but also it doesn't matter. Mana efficiency for Holy Paladin. As I currently understand it, use Holy Shock every time it's up. Prefer Holy Light over Flash of Light. Don't just sit and cast Flash of Light. Do something so that you can get extra throughput with the Beacon of Light, because the Beacon of Light transfers, what is it, 60% of every healing spell to... on other targets, to the Beacon target. Sometimes it makes more sense to put it on yourself, which allows you to use Light of the Martyr, that's what it's called. Light of the Martyr on the tank, which transfers some of your health to them. Then when you heal them, that heals that health back up from the 60% beacon heal. So yeah, Beacon of Light doesn't necessarily always go on the primary heal targets. Also, Light of Dawn will heal everything in a cone in front of you, so that can multi-heal yourself and the tank, and other party members if they need it. Other than that, taking Bestow Faith seemed like a good idea to me, so I took it. I think that one doesn't transfer through the beacon. But yeah, Bestow Faith rounded out my Holy Paladin rotation nicely, so it just doesn't feel right without it. History tablets. Somebody's got to take them, and apparently it's me for those 3. So somebody's already jumped off of this ledge here. I always want to take the long way around. The ledge up there, you know, goes to where we're going, with just a couple of fights in the way, but nobody's ever willing to do those fights. Every time I've gotten to it, somebody has already jumped off this ledge, making it not really a viable option. Fish in the water can keep attacking you when you're on land sometimes, much more so in a spot coming up. But in both of these spots I try to get rid of the fish so they won't be pests. History tablet around the corner to the right, usually. I want to make sure somebody gets it, and that somebody's probably going to be me. Yep, there it is. I saw it. I was pushed toward it. Oh, hey, we got an Earthshaker, right, so those patrol around out there. Somebody pulled it from outside by accident. We'd be fighting those if we took the long way. Like, I get why you don't want to take the long way, it's just, I don't know. This is part of the dungeon you don't get to experience if you just jump off the ledge. Why be in such a hurry all the time? Okay, I got my history tablets. Can't pick up any more, so everybody else can take the remaining ones. So this right here is kind of a mirror image of where we fought Sladron at the start. And I think you can... Again, this dungeon has 2 separate entrances from the outside world. You don't see them both when you use the dungeon finder because it just takes you to the one of them. But I'm pretty sure you can enter from here and do this in the opposite order, and it works fine. Where'd those come from? This seems abnormal. Huh. Yeah, we don't normally get 2 extra dudes during this fight. Okay. Okay, so Shadow Priest had a targeting thingy go on. That's very easy to do by accident. Yeah, so tab target or press a spell that auto-targets. It's fine, no problem. They can handle 2 extra dudes. Alright, so that explains where those came from. Murabi wants to transform into something. His transformation can be interrupted, but it goes faster each time he casts it. I waited for it to almost finish so I could use my pummel and... not pummel, that's a warrior one. Rebuke. And let somebody else take this one. So then by the 3rd one, I'll be off cooldown. Gets hard to snipe. There's an achievement for interrupting it 4 times, I think, on Heroic. It's real hard to do the 4th time. We got it the 4th time. Probably not going to get a 5th, though. Yeah. That would have been possible. My rebuke was on cooldown, though. Anyway, yeah, that achievement's always known as a super pain because it's latency sensitive and hard to snipe at exactly the right time, you know. Alright, so if you don't want to jump off the edge there, I think the thing to do is to go all the way back to where we fought the Drakari Colossus? Is that what it's called? Yes. And there's a dryland route over there. Yeah, so this is where I really want to take out the fish, because they will just keep on biting right through the stone floor up here if you don't. I've seen it too many times. It's better to just take a moment there and not have the pests during this whole encounter. Drakari rhinos will silence your casters, so try to keep them away. That's more up to the person who's casting the spell than the person who's positioning the big beast. But yeah, you know, stay at a distance and you won't get silence. And then there are 2 at the top of the stairway here, 1 at the top of the stairway, 2 beyond the top of the stairway, right. I'm gonna get charged here and knocked way back. Happens every time. I'd like to position you all the way at the top of the stairs, but it's not convenient, so we're doing it right here. Hunter was way back there doing something, maybe picking up history tablets. That's certainly possible. Alright, 2 more here. I've seen people try to fight both at once. I don't consider that a good idea, so I take 1 at a time. Everybody's all grouped up. Everybody is now silenced. So no healing spells will be coming in right now. Be aware. I didn't need any, but, you know, I could have. I could have been ready with my Light of the Protector. I should be using it even though, like, I don't super need to, just to take a little bit of healing pressure off. Then again, her mana bar's full. If I can use those global cooldowns on dealing damage instead, then the encounter just goes faster. So it's fine. Now I could use one. There we go. And I was ready with it. What did I just do? What's happening? Hang on, so I lost thread for a moment. I clicked on the Holy Paladin and did something. Did I? Maybe. I don't know. Something happened. Anyway, yeah, stay out of his whirlwind. Galdara's kind of nasty. He hurts, so you gotta be ready. There's a little bit of a healer test here. So I got Ardent Defender up to reduce my damage a bit. Right, Shield of the Righteous. Yeah, you don't want that on me. Oh, huh, funny. That happened twice in one day. A Paladin did that to me when you really don't want to. Somebody's impaled on his horn. Just means they need a little bit of healer attention, that's all. And they probably can't attack for a moment. Yeah, look at that mana bar. It started full. It's down to a fourth now. Yep, so she was working hard. Alright, quest turn-in point for tablets is going to be here. There are several more scattered around the room for people who haven't gathered their 6 by now. Alright, cool. Pretty clean run. I lose dodge, but that's a big enough upgrade anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Sometimes you just take it even if it doesn't have the perfect stats. 4 choices. Gotta think for a moment on this one. That one comes with parry, so it makes a lot of sense. There we go. Alright, that's Gundrak. I'll see you next time.